All rise. Here reports today about 40 in Fort County of Lake County session. The Honorable Andrew S. Blum presiding. Please be seated and put order.
Good afternoon. Thank you for being here. As you know, we are convened for the formal presentation and the hanging of Judge Arthur Mann's photograph. I said his photograph. It is a custom in Lake County to display the photos of our past judges, and sometimes that's referred to as hanging the judge. It was the County Bar Association which spearheaded getting this photograph taken. They paid for it, so for the record, this photo was not paid for by public funds. I especially want to thank Mary and Yolanda for their unfailing efforts over the last 2 years to coax, prod, and push Judge Mann to finally agree to have his picture taken.
We kept trying to schedule it, and Judge Mann was always busy, or he was out of town, or he had every excuse. And then one time we finally scheduled it at my office for him to come, and the photographer's kids got sick. So he showed up with his robe, and I had no photographer. So finally she booked it with him, and they finally got it done after much harassment from the Bar Association, harassment from the other judges, from Yolanda Rosas, and everybody. So we did get it done, yeah.
His ties to this county go all the way back. He was born right here in Wingport. But his family moved around a lot in childhood. I don't know the reason for that, but he lived in the East Bay, he lived in Massachusetts, and in Texas, and in New Jersey, where he graduated from high school. But throughout those years, his grandmother lived here, so he came back to Lakeport often, especially during the summers. He returned to California to attend college. He attended Santa Rosa Junior College and Sonoma State University. He went on to law school at the University of San Diego.
Well, when I went to Sonoma State College, it was not a university then. It was just 3 buildings out in a pasture, and there was not much there. It certainly has developed into a first-rate university since then. And I miss those days in Santa Rosa, but I've been back a few times, and I think that they've done a wonderful job.
Many of you have appeared in front of him. I appeared in front of him many, many times. He was always fair, efficient, and I think of the hundreds of judges I've appeared in front of, I don't know one that had a better judicial temperament than Judge Mann. It was always a pleasure to be in your court.
You did appear before me, too.
But being in front of him was a pleasure.
We used to have a congenial bench. Judge Mann, his service, I've seen it all different ways on both sides of the bench, and I can't say enough about his years of service and dedication. And different people can perform their jobs differently, but he was serious, and is, because he's still sitting by a silent retired judge, about how he judges. He always wants to do the right thing. He puts in the time. He makes the effort. As Judge Lund said, courteous and patient, and has all the attributes that a good judge should have.
when I came up here in 1981, moved to Lake County, my first trial was in front of Judge Mann. And we were in that Kelseyville courthouse. When the jury came, we had to go outside and wait until they deliberated. And it was a really big case in this county. It was a ram running at large. I was here fresh from LA, and never been a person at large. At any rate, I did appreciate appearing before him and working with him. He was the kind of judge that always kept up with the new law, and the attorneys would be in chambers and said, you know, I just read the advance sheets today, and here's this case that you fellows might want to look at because it affects your case. And it was just hot off the press, so to speak. And he'd already read it and was aware of it and ready to act. There are some judges that do that, not all do. And he's one of the ones that always did. His demeanor, as Judge Blum said, can't be surpassed. The Commission on Judicial Performance, for whom Judge Blum worked, would check and make sure that judges are doing things the way that they're supposed to do. And I have to say that after knowing Judge Mann and appearing in front of him for working with him for 30-some years, he's the model of what the CJP looks for in a judge.
And I was Judge Mann's bailiff for 10 years. And I got to tell you that the judges had an opportunity to tell you what it was like to work with him on the bench and appear in front of him. But I had a unique perspective working next to him. And I thoroughly enjoyed the 10 years I spent with him in the courtroom. He allowed me to do my job and never scolded me. Probably felt like it a few times, but it was a real pleasure to work for him. He's a very, very professional judge, and we were all very lucky to have him on the bench here in Lake County.
I've had a tremendous career as a judge in Lake County, 30 plus years. I enjoyed every day that I came to work, and this is a great honor to be have my picture hung in this courtroom as the first judge in Department 3, and the department is in great hands with Judge Blum as my successor.
Excellent. Now tell me something about our alma mater.
The Bar Association is very pleased to present to the Superior Court here a photograph and portrait of Judge Mann. So we're going to see if I can do this without drawing.
Feel free to come up and take a
And then we had down here